This is my very humble Odyssey 1, and this is the granddaddy of them all. The first console in the US, 1972. Where do I start with this? Well, first off, we can start with very primitive graphics. Think of Pong with no score and no sound and no color. And that's what you get with the Odyssey 1. You essentially have a system that can run very, very primitive games with the aids of cards, poker chips, dice, depending on what games. Here's the instruction manual. And the games that it came included were table tennis, tennis, football, hockey, skis, submarine, cat and mouse, haunted house, roulette, stage, Simon Says. And here is the console. And so the insides of opening up an Odyssey 1 packaging, there were 2 foam inserts. I'll start with the console. This is the base console unit. There's no on and off switch. You would essentially insert one of the 6 chips into here. You would push down on that and it would fire up the system. And here's the controllers. Very, very weird. Kind of looks like something cross between, a Pong unit and a vacuum cleaner. And definitely had some unique controllers. The system itself, for collectors, Run 1 is the first run that they did, and this is one of them. And they tend to be a little bit more sought after. Also came with a hookups to television set, very old school. It also had a kind of a antenna game switch box, but the ends too going into the RF switch. It is non-standard, and so it's very important that you have both pieces when hooking this thing up. You're not going to be hooking this thing up though. This is a collector's item. Most of you, if you seek this out, I'd keep it boxed. It's nice to have. Not many of these floating around these days. On to the packaging. Lots to it. That's the first part. This is some of the currency that you would use in roulette. I have, I think, a near complete stack. They're all sorted everywhere, but for the most part. This is the overlays for a smaller television set. The Odyssey came with 2 sets, one for a smaller TV, one for a larger TV, and they're for the different games. So that's there. You also have stickers, game accessories as Odyssey would call them, for cat and mouse, ski, and states. Obviously I'm missing one of those. Home and visitor for football with your football board game. You have a Affairs of the States for the states and capitals. This looks like some additional optional Odyssey games. Very, very cool realistic gun. I do not have it, but very cool. It's called Shooting Gallery. This is another ad for additional stuff. Kind of talks about the Odyssey. Another ad for Shooting Gallery. This is the large overlays for larger TVs. These are the different little carts that you put in, 1 through 6. I have a couple of the additional ones, but I don't have them boxed. Cards for football, states and capitals, poker chips, complete set. And there were some other additional things to this that make it very, very unique. Right here, I was able to score a portable, its actual official product, Odyssey carrying case. Pretty hard to get. The other thing that is been harder to find, but they have been popping up on eBay lately. I got mine locally, but there was a send away game called Perceps, and it didn't include any additional game cards. You actually used just the game card 2 that came packaged with it. And that's you would get that in the mail. The mail away box is very hard to get. Nobody has it hardly. I don't have it. And these are some additional games. Some of the additional games that that you could have gotten: Wipeout, Invasion, Baseball, Handball, Fun Zoo, Volleyball, and the other thing I have is this is very helpful for the organizer case. It's actually the instructions. And overall, obviously I have a soft spot for the Odyssey. It's the system that started it all. Box systems, you know, hard to tell. It's really hard to find one complete. And so incomplete, they can go, you know, they can even start at, you know, box in good shape and everything. You can start at $100. If they're in mint, pristine shape, they can go up from there. I've seen them as realistically as high as $300-400. Not right now, but definitely a run one system complete in good shape will set you back. This is a definite collector's item. They are getting harder to find. Sometimes the big thing is sometimes systems don't work right, and a lot of the times is you have to make sure to have the right TV hooking these up. But again, hopefully this educates people on essentially the nuts and bolts of an Odyssey. I do recommend collecting this system. It is fairly, you know, it's definitely something to collect and not play, but it is kind of neat. Kind of people look at it and go, what's that? Anyways, I hope it helps out. Thank you very much.